And there's a time 0020. Arrival at 13511 Kutwanung Street, Nomzamo section, Fosloras.
Gantige i-entry landelayo yona ke ibise kubhalelana ukuthi isuliwe. Ithe kwafikwa okanye ukufika khona lapha endaweni okuyi 13511 Kutwanong Street, Mzamo section eFosloras. Kanti ke ngoba isuliwe leyo entry kwase ke izofakwa futhi nge-27 zika October 2014. Isikhathi saleyo entry ke manje sisithi 0020 amanye amazwi 12:20 ekseni ukufika ke khona lapha yana kwakhe okanye ukufikwa kuleyo ndawo number 13511 Kutwanong Street, Mzamo section, Fosloras.
And then the next entry from there, it was at 01440. That is 22:2. Departure from the scene.
Gantige entry landelayo yona iti 0140 ngamanye amazwi 22:2 ekseni ukusukwa khona lapha yana endaweni yeSigameko phecelezi i-departure.
And then elandelayo the next one, it's 0230. It reads arrival at 11507 Idelangozi Street, extension 14, Fosloras.
Gantige i-entry landelayo yathi 0230 ngamanye amazwi 2:30 ekseni ukufikwa ke khona lapha yana N507 Idelangozi Street, extension 14, Fosloras.
And then the next entry from there, it reads 0250. Departure from the scene.
Ganti entry landelayo yona ke ibhalwe 0250 ngamanye amazwi 10:03 ekseni ethi ke ukusukwa khona lapha okanye ukusuka kwindawo yeSigameko.
And then the next one, it was 0320. It says arrival at 1500 Muleleki section, and then it goes to the next page, extension 1 Katlehong.
Ganti i-entry elandelayo yona ithi 3:20 ekseni 0320 yona ke ithi ukufika kuleya number lo okanye leya address ethi 1500 Mleleki section extension 1 is Katlehong.
There are words that I think I don't see clearly, but I think he wanted to write standby. It's a little bit cut with kilometer. He did not finish the kilometers of the vehicle.
Kukhona amagama abhaliwe khona na noma engabonakali kahle. Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe befuna ukubhala lapho ukuthi standby nokuthi ke abhale nama kilometer kodwa ke azange awafake ukuthi ama kilometer ungakhi ke lapho.
And then the next entry, it's 0630. It reads departure from home to office.
Ganti ke i-entry elandelayo ithi 0630 ngamanye amazwi 6:30 ekseni ukusuka khona lapha ekhaya ukuya officeini.
So did you read that entry on the first line, the date and the day of the week? Just above extension, just above that address, just put that on record.
Oh, sorry, my lord, I did not read it. On top of that page 2, there is a date, Monday 2014/10/27.
Ngithi uxolisa ke khona la kuleli khasi lesibini page number 2 phezulu kulawo ma entry kukhona la kubhalwe khona ke Monday i-date kwase kuthiwa ke 27 October 2014.
Okay, the next entry is 730. in the morning. It reads duty on, reported on duty, Springs LCRC, photos and fingerprint as per Z8 duties with motor vehicle BSP 528B with kilometer reading. He did not finish the kilometer reading.
Ganti ke entry elandelayo yona ethi 7:30 ekseni ngamanye amazwi 0730 ganti ke ukuya ke ukuyibika khona emsebenzini eSprings LCRC kwase kubhalwa ke izithombe photos nama fingerprints ukuya nge Z8 okanye imisebenzi ye-Z8 kusetshenziswa leya moto oku B5P or BSP sorry BSP 528B ganti wasesho ke nama kilometers kodwa ke uthe nje uye wathi ukubala ama kilometers kodwa azange awabhale phansi lawo ma kilometers.
And then the next entry, it's at 0950, that is 10 to 10. It reads departure from office and back to Fosloras, LCRC 1237 of 10, 2014.
Ganti entry landelayo yona ke ithi 950 0950 10 to 10 ekseni usuka khona lapha ne office ubuyela eFosloras LCRC nge 10 ithi 1237/10 2014.
And then the next one is at 10:25. It says arrival at the scene with Lieutenant Matebula.
Elandelayo ke i-entry yona ethi 25 minutes past 10 ekseni 10:25 usho khona ukuthi ukufika endaweni yesigameko eno Lieutenant Matebula.
And then the next one, it is at 13:20. It reads departure from the scene.
Elandelayo ethi 13:20 20 past 1 emini ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
And then the last entry on that page 2 is 14:30, arrival at the office.
Elandelayo yona ke ethi 14:30 kanti ukufika kwakhe e-office.
Yes. Just identify the next exhibit on page 2.
The next exhibit is exhibit C5.
Kanti ingxenye yobufakazi enye elandelayo ethi C5.
That will be the vehicle register.
Kanti leyo ke kuyi-register yemoto okanye i-vehicle register.
The vehicle register it works like this. There are spaces that you must fill on top regarding the type of a vehicle.
Kanti ke sebenza ngalendlela ke le register kukhona ke la kumele uzogcwalisa khona imininingwane emayelana naleyo moto ezosetshenziswa.
Including the station where you are working and then the year and the page numbers.
I-station ozosebenza kuso unyaka namakhasi okanye page number.
And then it will be followed by the date and the description, date and time, kilometers, and the description of the nature of trip that you will be undertaking. I will read from the top.
Kanti ke nalawo wona lawo ma column we date isikhathi nokuthi ke ama kilometers alapho emotweni odometer athini.
So on that day, this is a vehicle that shows he was using on that day, on the 26th of October 2014.
Shuthi imininingwane emayelana nemoto ebeyisebenzisa nge-26 zika-October 2014.
The type of a vehicle was a Renault Fluence.
Kanti ke uhlobo lwemoto abelisebenzisa bekuyi Renault Fluence.
And then the SAP number of that vehicle was BSP 528B.
Kanti ke i-SAPS number yakhona leyo moto yayithi BSP 528B.
And then the station and code is, the code is 06830 at Springs.
Kanti ke i-station necode isithi 06830 i-station sakhona i-station sase Springs.
And then in use by, that is the section that is using that type of vehicle, it's a fingerprint and photos.
Kanti ke le section elanda le ngxenye ke yala kubhalwe khona kuthiwa ke i-use by okanye isetshenziswe mhlawumbe ngubani o ngasiphi isizathu ithi fingerprint neyithombe.
And then on the right, on that same line, it will say the month. The month was October 2014.
Kanti inyanga nonyaka October 2014.
And then the page was page 14 of that vehicle register.
Kanti le vehicle register page lakhona belithi page number 14.
And the unit is LCRC.
Kanti unit iyo leyo LCRC.
And then the first entry on that register, it reads as follows. Starting from the extreme left, it's a date, 2014, 2014/10/26. And then the time, it was 12 o'clock. The kilometer reading was 109,737. And then it,
Is it not
oh, sorry,
773?
let me read again. The kilometer reading is 109,773. And then destination and nature of service, it reads departure from home to Reiger Park, LCRC number 1264 of 1014, and then back to Katlehong for standby.
Kanti ke lana kubhalwe ukuthi nge-26 entry lena ithi 26 October 2014 kanti isikhathi besithi 12 o'clock 1200 12 o'clock. Kanti ke i-odometer reading ngamanye amazwi imoto ibe namaphi ama-kilometers ngaleso sikhathi abethi 109,773. Ube suka kanti isizathu okanye ukuhamba kwakhe ube yakuphi iyasho ke ukuhamba ukusuka endlini ekhaya ukuya khona laphana eReiger Park LCRC inamba yaleyo LCRC ithi 1264/10/14 wase ke uphinde futhi ukubuyela eKatlehong ukuze ke ayoba ku standby.
And then he signed for that booking out of vehicle on the next column. And then after that, it's a date when he booked back the vehicle on the date 2014/10/26 at 13:20.
Kanti enye ikholomo elandelayo kula esayinela khona ke le moto ngekathi ebooka i-date elandelayo iyasho ukuthi i-26 ka-October 2014 kanti isikhathi 1:20 emini 13:20 ngamanye amazwi.
And then the kilometer reading was 109,820. I cannot read the last number correctly, I'm not sure. It looks like 1, but I'm not sure because it's, yeah, it looks like 1, but I'm not sure.
Kanti ke ikholomo elandelayo ibonisa ama-kilometers ukuthi abe ungakhi ke ngenkathi sefika ngo-1:20 abethi 109,821 nanoma ke le number yokugcina ke ingabonakali kahle ukuthi u1 noma yini kodwa ngizothi 1.
And then there's a kilometer traveled there, it's 48, and then he also signed for booking in back the vehicle, and then he booked it again If I can clarify, the last column is receiving the key. So if you are having the vehicle yourself for standby, you sign for the keys. But if you are not using it, you hand in the keys to the person to the fleet manager.
Ganti ke ama-kilometers ayasho ke ama-kilometers awu-48 awahambile emva kwalokho ke wase-ke uyasayina futhi khona lapho uma-ke ekhona ukushiya ikey uyakwazi ukuthi ashiye ikey khona lapho zemoto.
And then the next entry, it was on the same day, on the 26th of October 2014. The time, it was 23:30. And then the kilometer reading of the vehicle reads 109821, and then departure from home to Don Park, LCRC 1263 of 10/2014. Can I read all? And then and to Fos Loras, LCRC 1237, stroke 10, stroke 2014, and proceeded to Fos Loras, LCRC, he did not mention the LCRC number, and then stroke 10, stroke 2024, sorry, to stroke 2014. Then to 1500 Muleleki Street, extension 1, Katlehong, for standby duties.
Ganti entry landelayo iyo le yange 26 zika October 2014 iskhathi sithi 23:30 11:30 ebusuku. Ganti ke odometer reading imoto yayinama kilometers awungaka ngaleso sikhathi athi 109821 ukusuka khona lapha ekhaya eDon Park, ukusuka ekhaya ukuya eDon Park. LCRC number yalapho ke ethi 1263/10/2014 nase Fos Loras LCRC LCRC number yakhona ethi 1237/10/2014 ngase ke ngiyaqhubeka ngiya Fos Loras LCRC yakhona kanti akazange afake LCRC number wavele de wathi /10/2014 emva kwalokho ke waqhubeka waya eMleleki number 1500 extension 1 eKatlehong ukuze ke azoba ku standby.
And then he also booked the vehicle back at, he signed for it and then booked it back at on the 27th of 10/2014 at 03:10. That is the time 03:10, and the kilometer reading 109882.
Ganti ke waphinde wayiphindisela futhi imoto e-station nge-27 zika October 2014 isikhathi sasithi 3:10 ekseni 03:10. Ganti ke ama-kilometers ngaleso sikhathi abesehamba laphayana ku-109882.
And then the kilometers traveled was 61.
Uyakusho lokho ukuthi ama-kilometers awahamba kwaba ama-kilometers awu-61.
And then he booked again the vehicle in the morning at 7 o'clock on the 27th of October 2014 with kilometer reading 109882, and then departure from home to the office. And then he signed for it, and then he arrived at the office at 7:30. On the 27th at 7:30 with kilometer reading 109925, and kilometers traveled 43, and then he signed for it.
Kanti enye entry yenziwa futhi nge-27 zika October 2014 ngo-7 o'clock kanti ama-kilometers abethi 109882 i-odometer reading yakhona. Wasuka ekhaya ukuye ofisini wasayina-ke emva kwalokho wafika-ke nge-27 zika October 2014 isikhathi sibukeka ngathi lana kubhalwe 7:30 ngazothi 7 or 7:30 kanti ama-kilometers abese efundeka ngalendlela ku-109925 ehambe ama-kilometers awu-43 wasayina futhi-ke ukuvala usuku.
And then the last signature there on the extreme right, it was another person who was taking that vehicle, which looks like it was a warrant officer Schwarzer. Then that is the end of the entry for this.
Kanti wasayina
Vehicle
lapho
register.
ngazuthi warrant officer Shwacha.
There's another entry there, the last entry, but it appears it was. What is the status of that entry?
The last entry was cancelled. There was a line drawn on it. It was cancelled.
Kanti ke njengoba kubuka ngazuthi khona ientry yabhalwa lapha yana icanceliwe ngoba kukhona umugqa nje phezukwayo. Lokho kubonisa ke ukuthi leyo entry ya cancelwa.
Yes.
And then the next exhibit is Exhibit C6.
Ingxenye yobufakazi elandelayo i-exhibit C6.
This one is what we call plan register.
Kanti lena ke sibiza i-plan register.
Or sometimes we know it better as SAP 243.
Kanti kwesinye isikhathi sibiza
SAPS 243.
SAPS 243.
This is the register where we register cases that are photographic only. We register only photographic cases only.
Manje lana ku la sifaka khona ke amacala ongazothi abucayi nje la.
Only photographic cases. And then the first one on top there, it's the first number on the extreme left is a LCRC number.
Your Lordship, my apologies. If I may just, for the sake of the interpretation to the accused persons, if I may just find out from him when he says photographic cases, what does he mean actually? So that I can interpret it properly.
We at the office we have got two main activities. That is photographic and fingerprint.
As in photos?
Photos, yes.
Oh. Thank you, my Lord. Usho khona ke ukuthi laphayana ke kukhona amaqala amayelana ke nokuthathwa kweminwe kanti khona amaqala amayelana ke nokuthathwa kwezithombe kanti ke lana ke kubhalwe icala elimayelana ke nokuthathwa kwezithombe.
Sorry. Lieutenant, this in plan register, right?
Yes, my lord.
It mentions the cases. Am I correct?
Yes, my lord.
For instance, if you start at 1237, right?
Yes, my lord.
This 3871, what is it?
3871, it's a PR register.
Right?
During that time, we used, now it's no longer applicable. At that time, we used to have PR register.
Okay, and then it says Force Lura's murder. That probably is something which we are busy with, is that not so? Because
That's correct. This is the same
about
case.
the Force Lura's murder, and then it says 13511 Kutlwano Street, section, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that's the same case, my lord.
That's it. Now, if you come to 1205, we can see that it's a case from Itwatwa police station. Is that not so?
That's correct, my lord.
So it has no relevance to us here, except that it has relevance in as far as Musia said he had to do some other work.
Yes.
So at 1205, according to this, he was doing work in connection with Itwatwa, which is...
No, it's not. This one, it totally was not done by him.
Oh, it was actually all the
Yeah,
best.
all the cases, irrespective of who did it, are registered in this one. The ones that were done by him are on the next, the third page from this one.
Okay, fine. So Itwatwa, let's go down. Boxbeck,
Yes.
Inoni, Petfontein, those are not Musia's cases.
They are not Musia's cases.
Right? As you say, we go to the next page. What happens in the next page?
The next page is an extension of that first page. What happened? The plan register. It's when you book from this page and it extends to the other page.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining it. When you open it wide like this,
Yeah.
you book it across
Okay,
the two
fine.
pages. Yeah, it have got columns
Okay.
that extend to
It
the next
extends
page.
from the total
From-
story, Boxback, etc.
Yes.
All right, so we go to the next page because that has got nothing with Warrant Officer Musia, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
So we go to right to 12:55. Time, LRC.
We must go to the one that reads 1263, LCRC 1263.
12:63, where is it?
On the third page from that one.
On the third page, okay.
Page 5, if it's not correct.
Page,
Page 5.
Mine is page 5.
Yes, but before we proceed to page 5, what stands on page 4?
On page 4, like I said, is the extension of page 1.
Yes, just put it-
Page 3 is the extension of page 3. So what is there is the forensic exhibit that were collected at that First Loras case, that murder case.
yes, we're going to put that on record.
Yes, just put that on record.
Okay. If we see where it's written forensic on top there,
Yeah,
underneath that column type of examination, it reads 12 multiplied by evidence swaps.
right,
And then he also collected a head,
right,
and then I cannot see clearly whether it's 1 or 4, that number, 1 or 4 multiplied by bullet jacket,
right,
and then 1 multiplied by bullet core.
okay,
And then when you go to the left, to the right on that column, there is photography on top.
right,
There is a signature where somebody received that received docket.
okay,
So this docket was received by a certain Colonel Matiza
Matiza, okay,
on 2014-11-06. That
Okay.
will be 6 November 2014.
right,
And then, okay, and then there's a signature. This is the other one is the signature of the member when he booked in the docket.
okay,
Yes, but the name, just above Matiza, the name there, what is the name that appears there?
It's Musia, Constable Musia. This is when he booked the case himself.
khona kuvelelayo khona lana kanti kuyaqhubeka kuleli khasi kuya kwelinye ikhasi page number 3 kufika ku page number 4 i case lena yakhona ithi 12337 kune column 83871 nge-27 zika October 2014 indawo lapho kuthiwa Force Loras kanti ke icala lemeda lelike liyaqhubeka ku page number 4 ngaphansi kwama forensics kukhona nje icolumn ethi type of examination ngamanye amazwi ke uhlobo lokuhlola bese kubhalwa lana ke ama evidence swap awu 12 kanti kwabhalwa nesigqoko kwabhalwa ke ne bullet jacket kwabhalwa ne bullet core khona ke osayinile owesiphoyisa khona lapha yana ukuthi yena uyitholile le docket lena omnye okuthiwa uKennel Matiza nge-6 zika November 2014 phezu kwaMatiza khona Matiza kukhona igama elivelelayo lapho elithi Constable Msiya.
okay,
Yes, then the next page, page 5, just refer only to those that, the entries that pertains to Warrant Officer Musia.
Yes. On page 5 of that plan register, the last 2 cases, those were done by Musia. It's LCRC 1263 That was the PR number. By then, that will be 3869. The date was 2014/10/26. The station was Don Park. LCRC, so case number is not written, but /10/2014, it was supposed to be a case number there. And then charge was business robbery. At number 251 Lutando Street, extension 10 Mapleton.
Gatige kukhona ama entry alandelayo amayelana yeke uBabu Msiya kanti eyokuqala LCRC number yakhona ethi 1263 EPR number yakhona ethi 3869 isikhathi nedate kwethiwa 26 zika October 2014 yathi ke indawo station eDon Park case number yakhona ke ayibhalwanga ke yona kodwa ke ithe /10 2014 kanti icala kwaba yilelo le business robbery okanye ukuphangwa kwe business khona lapha yana indawo yesigameko oku 251 Lutando Street extension 10 and Mapleton.
Yeah, before I go to the next one, that entry extend to page 6.
Right.
Second column from the bottom. On the extreme right, that's where he put his name to say he's the one booking those, what he calls. And then there is also a date, 15/04/15. That will be the date that the docket was closed, and the signature of the officer who closed that docket.
All right.
Kanti lokho kuyaqhubeka ke imininingwane ukusuka ku page number 5 ukuya ku page number 6 ukucobikisela lona leyo qala ke okanye leyo mininingwane manje nelo qala se Mapleton ukuthiwa ke uConstable Msiya kwaba ke igama lelunga kunekhulumo efuna lelo gama kanti idate eyavalwa ngayo leyo docket ethi 15 April 2015 owavala leyo docket nayo uyasayina ngale.
And then the next entry on page 5 is LCRC 1268, PR number 3870. The date was 2014/10/27. And then there are times that I also written there as 2320, 0230, 0240. And then the station was Phosphorus, case number not written, but it was October 2014. The charge was arson. And then the address was 11507 in Delangozi Street, extension 14, Phosphorus.
Okay.
And then that entry extends on the next page, the bottom entry there on page 6. Constable Msiya is the one who did the case, as his name appears there. And then it was closed on the 22nd of December 2014. Signature of the officer who closed that case.
Kanti elinye icala elilandelayo iLCRC number yakhona ethi 1268 EPR number yakhona ethi 3870 kanti ke idate nesikhathi kuthiwa i27 zika October 2014 inkathi ibhalelana zethi 11 ebusuku 2320 0230 0240 shuthi ke 22:03 ekseni istation iFoslores kanti icast number ayifakwanga la kodwa ke yango October 2014 iqala esebenzana nalo iqala lo kushiswa kwesakhiyo okanye arson kanti ke lokho kwenzeke khona lapha number 11507 iDelangozi Street extension 14 eFoslores yaqhubeka ukuthi yena lona uConstable Msiya kwakuyilona ilunga elalisebenzana naleli cala kanti leli cala lavalwa okanye idocket yavalwa nge22 zika December 2014 lase liyasayinelwa.
If you can just deal with the last exhibit, the case register.
Yes, the last exhibit, the case register, also known as SAP 219. This is the register where we register all cases irrespective of its fingerprint or photography cases. All the cases are registered on this register. That will be-
Le cases register sizomenza ngayo ukuthi mhlambe amaqala amayelana ke nezithombe noma amaqala amayelana ke nokuthathwa kweminwe wonke lawo maqala afaka kule register lena okuyi SAPS 219.
It's Exhibit C7.
Ithi exhibit C7.
And then on the extreme left, it will be the serial number first. On column, the first column, it will be the serial number. On top, there is another case which have got nothing to do with Musia. The second case is the one that Musia attended. Is LCRC 1237 of 10/2014. It reads also the time there, the date and time is 27 of 10. Time it was 0020, that is 20 past 12 during the night. And then name and address of the complainant. On that column where they say name and address of the complainant is Brigadier Ndlovu, written as the complainant. Where the address is 13511 Kutwanung Street, extension 11. And then the next column, it's a charge or offense, it's written murder. And then station is Force Loras case 636 of 10/2014. And then it was reported to the LCRC by this side. I will assume is Brigadier Ndlovu, is written just Ndlovu here. I will assume is Brigadier Ndlovu. And then it was the fingerprint expert there is Musia. And then date and time of investigation is 0020. And then the next column, the scene investigated, is written scene, chemical, and then soccer player is written there. And then the next column where they say prints found, yes or no, and then there's a P there. That P represent that the fingerprints were positive. In other words, there were fingerprints found at the scene. When they say P, it means fingerprints were found at the scene. And then
Kanti ke okulandelayo yilokho ke okunamakholumo ambalwa. Ikholumo lokuqala lithi serial number, kanti ke entry yesibili kulelo khasi le phezulu akusilone iqala elihambelana naye ubaba uMsiya ke lena. Elimayelana nobaba uMsiya ilelo ke elithi 1237/10. Kanti ke i-date nesikhathi ithi 27 October 2014, kanti ke isikhathi sithi 20 past 12 ebusuku okanye 0020. I-complainant esikhuluma ngayo lana ke ofakele licala uBrigadier Ndlovu, i-address ithi 13511 Kutwanung extension 11. Kanti ke icala okukhulunywa ngalo kanye okusetshenzwa ngalo icala lokubulala murder. I-station i-Force Loras, kanti ke i-cars LCRC number yakhona ithi all cars i-case number yakhona ithi 636/10/2014. Kanti ke i-reportwe uNdlovu, ngizothatha ukuthi ke lo Ndlovu okhulunywa ngayo nguye lona uBrigadier Ndlovu. I-fingerprint expert kubhalwe ukuthi Msiya, kanti i-date nesikhathi soku-investigator leqala kubhalwe 27 October, isikhathi sithi 20 past 12 ebusuku 0020. Indawo yesigameko eyayiphenywa kubhalwe nje isigameko kanye indawo yesigameko kwase kuthiwa chemical. Emva kwalokho kwabhalwa khona ke umdlali webhola wesoccer kanye soccer player. Lana ke kukhona la imiphumela yokuthathwa kwama fingerprints. Kukhona ke le letter ethi P. Kusho khona ke ukuthi kwatholakala ke iminwe khona lapho mabathatha iminwe.
Yes, and that other column, prints identified as those of, just put that on record.
Prints identified as, yeah, it was at that time no elimination.
Should we get,
It was written no elimination.
go balwe no elimination gelana?
Yeah, in other words, from the scene, when he comes back from the scene, at the scene of crime, he did not take any fingerprints. If I can just clarify that, because normally when we're at the crime scene and then you suspect maybe the complainant's fingerprints, we take the complainant's fingerprints to see if it's not the complainant's fingerprint or anybody who stays in that house. So in this case, when he say no elimination prints were taken from the house, from the people who were in the house.
Ngamanye amazwi leli gama ke lithi no elimination, ngamanye amazwi ukukhishwa kwabantu abathize ukuze ke bangabi yingxenye yophenyo uma ngabe abasolwa mhlawumbe sebenziwe, kodwa ke lana kuthiwa ke laba abasendlini ngamanye amazwi azange kuthathwe iminwe yabo ukuze bakwazi ukuthi bakhishwe.
This is the matter at hand, the one that the court is busy with, the one that you've just placed on record. It's 1237 of
Yes,
entry
this-
1237.
Yeah, that's correct. This is the matter on hand. This is
Yes.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ke yilo lelicala esisebenza ngalo manje okanye leli elisenkantolo manje i1237.
My lord, there are only 2 entries left if on
Yeah,
page
no, let's
8.
do them.
If we can finish.
And then the next entries is 3. They are not Musia's cases on this page. And the next page,
Manje ama case awu3 akusona ama case kaMsiya.
on the next page, the cases that deals with Musia is, the first one is 1263.
Kulama kule page elandelayo
LCRC 1263 on the extreme right. Sorry, extreme left.
elmayelana noMsiya licala lithi 1263.
That one was on the 26th of October 2014. Time 22:10. That is 10 past 10 in the evening. And then on the next column, the name of the complainant or the person who has reported the case is Captain Nkosi. At number 251 Lutando Street, extension 10 Mapleton. And then the next column is offense or charge, that is business robbery. And then station is Don Park, case number 262. And then, that is Mkasi, not Nkosi, I think. The person who reported the case is Mkasi. Sorry for the Nkosi that I mentioned, is Mkasi. And then the next column, it was assigned the fingerprint expert is Musia. And then the next column, where they say date and time of investigation, it was on the 26th of October. The time is 23:05. That is 5 past 11 in the night. And then the scene was investigated by Musia, like I said, and then fingerprint was negative.
Kanti ke leyo number lo ethi 1263 yange 26 zika October isikhathi esi 10 past 10 ebusuku. Captain Mkasi nguye ke umuntu okwakuyena owaye complainant khona laphana we address 251 Lutando extension 10 Mapleton. Icala yilo le business robbery. E station khona laphayana
Don Park.
Don Park. Kanti umuntu o reporte lelicala nguye lona uMkasi. I-fingerprint expert okangongoti weminwe nguye uMsiya. I-date nesikhathi sokuphenya kwalelicala ethi 26 October. Isikhathi sithi 23:05. ngaphansi kwekholumu ethi scene investigated kubhalwe nje scene ngamanye amazwi nje indawo yesigameko kanti imiphumela emalana ke nokuthathwa kweminwe ethi N okusho khona ke ukuthi ayivumelani futhi negative.
And then the last entry from SIA, it's LCRC 1264 on the 26th of October 2014. The time, it's 12 o'clock. This is during the day, according to that time. 12 o'clock during the day. The complainant is Imadumeta at Delmo train station. And then the offense there, it was an inquest. And then the station is Reicher Park, case number 279. And then complainant or person who reported is Madumeta. The fingerprint or photograph was Musia. And then the next entry, there's just written photos. It was just a photo case only. There were no fingerprints.
Elandelayo emalanayo naye umsiya ethi 1264/10 nge-26 zika October isikhathi to 12 o'clock emini oyena ke obe mangala lapho uye uE Madumeta eDelmo train station kanti ke icala le inquest leli khona laphana eReicher Park umuntu ke okuyena o reported icala uMadumeta and then lo thathiminwe ke uMusiya kanti ngaphansi kwe scene investigated okanye ukuphenywa kwendawo yesigameko kubhalwe nje photos okanye izithombe.
Thank you. Is that all?
That's all, my lord.
Thank you for your assistance. Thank you, Madam.
Thanks ever so much. Obviously, this information in the registers and in the pocket book, the branch commander, you have branch commanders there, or unit commanders.
Yes, my lord.
They will inspect dockets and compare the entries to verify that it's correct what you've annotated here.
Yes, my lord.
Thanks ever so much.
Yebo ma-branch commander khona khona laphana bakwazi ukuthathanisa ke amadokete nakho konke okucwethwe idokete.
Okay, you're excused, sir. Yes, Mr. Balui.
We adjourn until tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah, fine. I see you guys are whispering. What are you whispering about?
Well, I was just asking Mr. Munisi that if it's a court witness, aren't we supposed to put questions to him, not regarding the contents, because I see the vehicle register doesn't cover the scenes of robbery and arson, but I mean, we leave it at that.
That's the information of Musia. What?
Yes.
He knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
Because he's just doing this court a favor by bringing the registers, the pocket books, and then
No,
he
I
reads.
was also referring to just the second page of the register to see whether the vehicle register doesn't capture the two trips to the arson and the robbery, but it's neither here nor there, my lord. For my
This is robbery and the arson.
Yes.
They've got nothing to do with
Yeah, it's got
this.
nothing to do with us, yes.
Okay, thanks. Lieutenant, oh, you're lieutenant, no? Lieutenant Colonel.
My lord, yes.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow.